Hi all, it's Rach from Spiritual and Angelic Guidance. I'm here to do the reading for the fire signs for the 4th of October to the 10th. So I'll do Aries, and then I'll do Leo, and then I'll do Sagittarius. If you have seen my readings before, welcome back. Thanks for watching again. If you haven't, thanks for supporting my page and checking it out. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if it resonates. If it doesn't, it's just a general reading, so it's not going to suit every single person out there. I will be doing some tarot, then I'll do some oracle as well. Don't forget, time can be fluid, and also energy can be vice versa. So we'll start with Aries. Aries, 10th. Okay, Aries, 4th of the 10th. Is there anything tonight? Too many. Come on. Aries, 4th of the 10th. Aries, 4th of the 10th. Aries. Okay. I'll shuffle these and then we'll start. So the first one I can see is you've got Solitude, which is the same as the Hermit card, and that's in reverse. So that's all about feeling isolated, feeling lonely, maybe withdrawn as well. So maybe someone's feeling that way at the moment. Or it could mean you're coming out of the solitude period. Aries. One just went flying. Too many. Okay, Aries Hermit card. So you've got 7 of Pentacles. So it's about having patience. You're putting in the hard work. You may have some delayed success. So you're waiting for the plans to bear fruit. You're ready for the next move, but you're thinking about, I guess you're evaluating your life, and you're thinking about, long-term view, what you've got, in the future. Like the girl in the picture, she's like planting, her plant. She's watering it. She's, it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. Things are just going to take time to grow. And, oh, look at the little dog in the picture. So she's being guided while she's doing that. See the little dog over here sleeping? She's definitely being guided. It's just, and being protected, but it's, it's just going to take some time. The Ace of Wands also fell out, which is a it can be a, fiery relationship coming. It can also be a new opportunity is going to come. But it's also just about growth and knowing you have what potential you have, but also, it can be a new career, something, maybe you're just focusing more on your career, but it can also be just that you're growing, like you're spending time by yourself. You might be feeling withdrawn, but you are doing the work on you. Things are going to just take a bit of time. Things that you're ready, but it's not yet happening. It's just going to take a bit of time. Because you've got 2 of Cups coming, which is a romantic love. As I said, I think it could also be a fiery start to something. There is going to be mutual attraction and, that romantic love. But yeah, at the moment it's just going to take a bit of time. Then we have the Destiny card. The Destiny card in reverse is the same as the Wheel of Fortune, and it's in reverse. So you might just be resisting the change that's happening. You are breaking the cycle. You're coming out of whatever that is, whatever you've been through in the past. You broke the cycle. You learned. As I said, you're doing the work on you here. So tell me about that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Oops. So you've learned the lesson, but you possibly maybe you're juggling too many things. You need to prioritize maybe yourself or maybe some part of your life. You've also got the moon in reverse. So you're repressing whatever emotions you have. There might be some inner confusion. You need to release the fear. And the other one that fell out though is the devil. And the devil's, it's about if you've got addictions or someone's got addictions or, they're materialistic, they're obsessed. They could have addictions with sex, drugs, alcohol, money, whatever. Maybe that's just the lesson that you had to learn. Maybe that was what you've been through. But yeah, maybe that is. Maybe you've just been through that. But you have to have a leap of faith. Like there is taking new chances. There's, new path and beginning. There's fresh hope coming. Be a free spirit and just enjoy your life. And, but know there are good things coming. So you've learned the lesson. Yeah. I feel like first I thought, why is the Two of Pentacles there? Like juggling too many things. I mean, maybe you are just maybe you're juggling work, relationships, whatever. Or maybe you just need to prioritize you. Prioritize you moving on from this. Because you are breaking the cycle. But you are resisting that change. You're breaking it. I don't think you've learned it yet. I think you're on your way to learning it because it's in reverse. You are breaking cycles, but I think you haven't yet done it. And I think the cycle is the devil kind of person, I feel like that's what that's saying. Because you are repressing the emotions. You might have some inner confusion. You have to release the fear that it's going to happen again. Fear of being alone, fear of, whatever it is, because you've got to know you do have something new coming. And, you've got the Two of Cups, a romantic love coming. Then you've got mental conflict. So as I said, I think you have blocked feelings. You haven't dealt with how you feel about the situation now that it's over. I don't think you've dealt with that. I also feel like you are weighing up options. Maybe you need to compromise or you need to make a decision, but you're weighing up your options. Yeah. I think you're avoiding making that though. You're in mental conflict about the situation. You're kind of like, I don't want to make the decision. I'm weighing up my options. I don't know what to do. Tell me about the mental conflict. Five of Pentacles in reverse and Six of Cups in reverse. So you're thinking back about the past. It's like disappointment. You're forgiving the past. Maybe that's why you're in mental conflict. Maybe it's just your blocked feelings and you're avoiding dealing with the forgiveness of the past. You're feeling like you've got lack of. You're disappointed with how everything went. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse, it's like you have to have courage. You're recovering from the loss that you've had. But you've got mental clarity about the situation. You're seeing the truth. You might have high standards for what you want, and you're a pretty fair person. But yeah, I think you're coming out of you're kind of tossing up and you're in mental conflict and you haven't yet forgiven the past. It's more you need to do more work on you. You need to do more work to kind of grieve and get over whatever this was, whatever love relationship this was. You're recovering from that. Yeah. And yeah, now maybe you have the mental clarity and you see the truth, I think. The truth in the situation. Spend time with friends though, because your friends, that's what they're there for. They're your circle of support. So I think you need to maybe talk to them and just spend some time, talking to them if that's what you need. You are trusting your intuition, but I feel like maybe keep on trusting that. Maybe you don't want to listen to it, but I think you do know. You've also got balance. So the truth will come out as about something, I think. And it's also, you know, it's everything, there's always a cause and effect. Everything that happens, there's a cause and effect, and it's about, you know, balance and having balance between your head and your heart. It's also balance, you know, as I said, cause and effect. You know, there's justice, fairness, all those things. It's, you need to have balance with those things. You have all the different, everything you need, you have, you know, you have the pentacles and you have the cup and you have the swords and you have the wands. Every suit you have everything you need to get past this. It's just, yeah, it's just balancing your emotions, make sure you've got balance in your life. And you will triumph. I mean, that's the same as the Chariot card, which is about success. It's about taking action. It's about, as I said, you've got to put in the work. You've got to do this and get past this, but you will succeed. And you will, you're determined, you know, but you will get past it. But yeah, you haven't yet completed that goal or lesson. You haven't yet there's no completion. You haven't learned that yet. You haven't got past it yet. You're still, as I said, you're still working on getting past something. All right, let's ask some oracle. Okay, Aries. What's the 10th? Aries. Oh, that card is already up. Yeah, you might have some health problems due to all of this stress and due to what you're going through. And you also may have kids with the person. So maybe that's what's making it harder to move on. But yeah, look at that. That's the card that I turned up the other way. I mean, change has to happen and change is happening. Maybe just keep on keeping on, I guess, as they say. You know, you've got to do the work on you. You've got to take the action. You've got to move past that. You've got to forgive the past to then get something better. Okay, Aries. Yeah, you've got to learn the cycle. You've got that again. Work on you, learn the cycle, as I keep saying, and you will see the truth. I'm pretty sure you're going to see the truth about the situation. Maybe you didn't want to see it before, but you will. You've got the start of something new, which is, you know, as I said, you've got the Ace of Wands here, like something new, whether it's a new you, whether it's a new, you learn the lesson, you break the cycle, and then you start something new. I mean, it could be that. It's, oops, wrong card. It's just the start of something new. So you've got that flame tree. But yeah, you've got to have courage, as I said before. You've got to have courage. You've got to get out into the world. You might doubt and fear because, you know, you've been hurt, but you've got to put yourself out there. You've got to get out, break the cycle, work on you, and then, you know, you've got to get out into the world. You can't sit at home and hope that you're not going to be alone. You know what I mean? But you've got to do this work first. You don't want to take the baggage from one relationship into another. Maybe that's the choice you have. Maybe that's why you're in mental conflict as well, because you're not yet dealt with this stuff that you need to, you know, deal with. Aries. Yeah, I think you're over going back and forth though. And you know, you are stuck in the same crap, but you've got to know that you do deserve better. But yeah, you've got discovery as well. So I think you're going to discover some truth. But you're stopping the back and forth, like you're dealing with it now. That's more about self-worth. It's like maybe because you are doing the work on you, either that or you're avoiding doing the work on you. And the healing light, I mean, it's all about knowing what parts of the relationship need to be healed. And I feel like, as I said, I feel like you're working on that. This is all what it's about. You are working on you. And it's about trusting the universe. They have everything you need and you just have to reach out and ask. So, I mean, I think this big whole real spread though, I think the real meaning of this spread is all about breaking the cycle, learning the lesson, having, you know, the time to grieve and get over whatever this is and whoever this was, and then getting back out there. Don't, you know, don't just sit at home and wait for it to come to you. You might still be watching the person, somebody's watching, but also you need to maybe, you know, if you're stalking the person, stop. If you're watching the person on social media, whatever it is, stop, or vice versa. Change your perception as well. As I said, you know, this relationship didn't work, but look at it as, well, it's for my best interest. They're not my person. You know, I deserve better. They did whatever. Move on. You know what I mean? Change the perception of why this is over. And you got perception card again. And learn from the past. You know, yes, you might be reminiscing and thinking back about the past, but you need to change your perception of why it's over and how you see it. Learn from whatever you need to learn from the past, because that's what a lesson is. That's what we go through experiences so we can learn and move on. But yeah, you might have somebody either text you, message you, send you an email, Facebook message you, whatever, Instagram, social media, some sort of social media. They might even just text you, but to say, you know, how about we catch up, have a coffee, whatever. They might just say they're they're thinking about you, whatever it is, some sort of, you know, nice message from someone, you know. You feel like you need to focus on your self-worth, but you don't really feel very, I mean, obviously with all this going on, you're not going to feel very happy and joyful and whatever. But I mean, I guess, as I said, it's more you've got to learn from your experiences, learn from the past. Yeah, I feel like this whole week will be all about you dealing with, and I don't know how many weeks that will go on for, but at the moment it's this week, this particular week, 4th to the 10th. As I said, time is fluid though, so it can happen whenever it happens. But yeah, you're going to have to deal with it at some time and activate your healing power. I mean, as I said to you with one of these before, you know, the healing light, it's like, I mean, first of all, where maybe you need to wear blue, be around blue, wear a blue crystal, whatever it is, the color is blue, but it's all about activating your healing power so you can heal yourself, you know, break the cycle and heal yourself. You've got to grieve, you've got to move on from whatever it is. It's like whatever part of your whatever it is that you need healing from, you know, ask. But yeah, rejoice and lighten up. As I said, change your perception, because it might not be what you hoped it would be, you know, but it's all about lessons. Life is all about lessons. You've got to move on. You need some unconditional love. As I said, maybe you are working on you, but you need to keep working on you. Intimacy, maybe you fear intimacy, or maybe you did fear intimacy and you're working on you now, realize, you know, your self-worth, self-love, and now you don't fear that. Or maybe you just haven't had it and now you want a relationship with more intimacy. Maybe you weren't getting that in the past. Yeah, got these cards, are so hard to shuffle. They're gigantic. I wanted to use these. I haven't used these in a reading before, so I thought, why not? Except for the shuffling part. They're okay. They're gigantic though. Okay, Aries. They're not really practical to shuffle. Okay. Yeah, you're going to need strength, like we've already spoken about. And you've got to know that you are able to get an abundance of whatever it is that you want. Citrine is the abundance. So if you're after more money, or you're after love, or whatever the abundance means to you, citrine can help with that. It's all about prosperity and abundance. It's a good crystal for that. If you need strength, malachite is your crystal. It's a green one. It's got all these like little kind of patterns on it. And you also, I guess you're aware now, which your crystal for that is calcite, but it's like you are aware of what went on. As I said, you are going to see the truth in this situation. Maybe you just you didn't have complete clarity before, and now you're getting that. You know, because I guess when we try to think back and we think about all the good things, but the reality is it wasn't all good. You know, if you break up from someone or a relationship ends, it's generally for a reason. Yes, we might have a lot of good times, but there's also a whole heap of bad. Aries. And sometimes things we didn't know about. You do need to get back out there. Have some fun and get back out there. You know, protect your heart, put up your boundaries. Maybe you are enabling your boundaries already, but get out, have some fun. And, you know, maybe you do need to have courage. The courage card's there again on the bottom of the deck. And also maybe there's something that you grew up believing, thinking, you know, we're conditioned to think certain things from our parents, from our upbringing, whatever. And it's like you need to figure out what it is you want. You know, just because they say, oh, you know, you shouldn't get divorced, we believe don't get divorced. You know what? If your marriage is miserable, whoops, why should you? You know what I mean? Like in the end, you choose whatever suits you, whatever sits right with you. You know, don't have to follow something you were taught as a child. That's all that other card was trying to say. And, you know, if you need, reach out to whoever's passed over. That's also the other message. Aries. Yeah, rest and take time for you. You've got playfulness yet again. Take some time. Do something fun. As one of these cards, this card here said. Citrine. No, orange calcite. You've got connection on the bottom. And it's like connecting with someone special. At the moment, you're not willing to do that. You're not open to do that yet. Maybe you haven't yet met that person. But it's appreciating the people that are in your life as well. But also you might meet somebody. You might have that connection with somebody like that. That's that love call possibly. I'm going to use my You Are Clairvoyant cards as well. These will be the last ones. I might shuffle them like this. Thought I'd try and use a few new ones that I've had forever, but just, yeah. Never used. Aries. Aries. Oh my God. I think all of the cards went flying. Hold on a second. Way too many. I might just shuffle those ones again. But the first one that came out was peace. And I mean, that's like having time for you, because if you see the picture, she's in the bath, right? So, and it's about having inner peace, but also peace and resting. It's like these two are like similar cards, like resting, she's laying down. This one's just having a bath. Maybe you need to do some grounding, maybe like have a bath, you know, get some inner peace, do something to make you rest and just relax. One more card. Okay, two more cards then. That same card fell out again. Yeah, spend some time with your friends. Friendship's very important. You get that support, you know, like whatever you need. I mean, if they're real friends, they'll support you as well, and they'll be there for you. And openness, it's like, you know, you've got to open your door and make the effort. You've got to leave that, you know, what you know, you've got to leave that. You've got to open the door. Like, you see the unicorn in there as well. It's like, you know, miracles can happen. It's just about putting yourself out there to actually have that. You know, you've got to be open to whatever it is that is possibly out there. I'll see if there's any other meanings, because these cards, I don't know every single meaning for them. 88. As I said, I never really use them. I've had them for a really long time. It's about self-limiting beliefs as well, which is like what I said up there just before with the card. And yes, you might have been hurt in the past, but it's like not expecting the same behaviors from people in the future. You know, every opportunity is a new opportunity. You know, like you're not going to really, just because someone cheated on you doesn't mean they're going to cheat on you, the next person, you know what I mean? But be open that there's much more good in the world than you've ever noticed. People are kind, helpful, and friendly. You know, you need to be able to see, as I said, that miracle, like that little unicorn. Like there's magical things that are, you know, out there for you to experience and have. So it's about, you know, knowing that there are a lot of possibilities for you, which is what I said. Now, Kuan Yin, I'm not sure what that card means on the bottom of the deck. 38. I've had these cards for so long. So I know it's an Ascended Master. Okay, here we go. Maybe she's talking about she's encouraging you to look upon the people and situations in your life and be more loving and accepting. And as I said, forgiving the past, but be compassionate, you know. And it's all about cycles and learning from the cycles. It's a cycle of transition. That's what life is. And, you know, sometimes things don't turn out the way we want, but, you know, it's all about letting go of whatever fixed ideas you have, which is what I just finished saying. But yeah, it's all about growth and blossoming and letting you know that whatever is coming, you know, be more compassionate, but also know that those miracles, as I said, are going to come. You know, that's what that card is about. So, which is really, really good. As I said, it just confirms, I guess, everything else I've already been saying. The whole thing really comes down to those cycles in your life. You know, you've got to learn the cycles. We'll do some of the loved ones, because it does look like you've got someone new coming. And also, I mean, maybe you just got some other guidance. I've got the hiccups. I don't know why I've got the hiccups. I know when I get a frog in my throat, it means something, but I haven't yet learned what the hiccups mean. Okay, Aries. Yeah, you need to find something you're passionate about doing. You need to, maybe you weren't that really attracted to your person that you were with, or in the relationship you were with. But it's like you, or maybe now, maybe the person is very attractive. You're very attracted to them. But whatever's going to come in, you need to be open. You need to be open to that, as I said, open to whatever's going to come. Because if you shut off your heart, like the heart protection over here, you've got to keep your heart open as well. I should have said that before, but you've got to keep your heart open, because if you block it off and you put up your walls and you say, no, I'm done, this person did whatever, I'm done, you're not going to meet this Ace of Wands person. You're not going to meet this person who's going to call you and message you or whatever and say, hey, let's catch up for a coffee or a drink or a beer or a catch up, you know, oh, I really like you. You're not even going to be open to that. At the moment, I'm not saying this person's going to come in the 4th to the 10th, but I'm saying there is someone new coming. You've got to close the cycle, because you don't want to keep repeating. Because if you've been with, let's say you've been with somebody who's, I don't know, a cheater, someone who betrays you, and you don't break that cycle, you'll just keep repeating. So you'll attract someone else who will treat you the exact same way. And also, if you haven't done the work on you, you will just attract the same. You need to do the work on you. You need to break the cycle, learn from whatever you've got to learn from, cut your cords, maybe with the bath picture, wherever that bath one's gone. This one here, I mean, she's in a bath. Maybe she's having a salt bath. Maybe you need to do some nature. I mean, she's also in nature. So maybe you need to have a salt bath. Maybe look into grounding and clearing your energy as well, because you could have a salt bath. You can spend time in nature. It's all about how to look into, maybe cut cords with the past. But look into those kind of things. Like maybe you just got to do that self-healing. And you did get a card before about, don't know where it was, but one of them about, you know, reach out and activate the healing. Look into how you can heal. Like if you need help from the universe, from God or whoever, reach out and ask. You know, that's all you can do. Anyway, that's the one for Aries. So I will move on to Leo. I'm just going to put away all the cards first. takes a little bit of time. I don't know if I can pause. I don't think I can pause my video. That would make life a bit easier, wouldn't it? So you don't have to see all this crap. These cards are gigantic. I reshuffle anyway, but just like to clear the deck. Maybe I'll just stop it because I don't know how to pause it. Okay, so I'm now going to do Leo. I've saved and I've shuffled the cards, cleared the decks. All right, let's start. So Leo, 4th to the 10th. Leo, 4th to the 10th. Leo, 4th to the 10th. Okay, tell me about Leo. Okay. Ooh. Bottom of the deck's good. So something good is coming. I should really find the other little card for Leo. So we're doing fire signs and we're doing Leo. Okay, so the first few you have, let me quickly shuffle these cards and then I'll go through them. That was like the worst shuffle in the world. So there are definitely memories of love. Whatever you've been going through, you're definitely thinking back about it. It's you're having some nostalgia as well. There are also maybe a reunion with someone from the past. But I mean, it's all memories. You're really just sort of thinking back about the past. You have learnt the cycles. You know, that's all about good luck and life cycles. It's a turning point. So now things are going to get better because you've learned. You've learnt from whatever you've been through, you've learnt. And you know, you possibly were challenging or are challenging the status quo, but you're free, you're moving on. You're getting freedom. You possibly are thinking about your personal beliefs as well with whatever's gone on. Tell me about that, Leo. Queen of Wands. So you're a confident person. Maybe you have your own business for some of you, but you're all about honor as well. You're a natural born kind of leader person. But yeah, you are transitioning to possibly a new relationship. There might be a delay for that, but you are transitioning. It's about now you've got inner harmony compared to what you had before. But yeah, there's whether you were dependent on this person or you are dependent on other people. Maybe you're one of these people I mean, we're all like this. A lot of people are like this, but you feel like you need someone to make you happy. You feel like you can't be happy unless you've got somebody else, or you're very, very dependent on somebody else or other people. Could also be that. You need to know that you are enough and you don't need anyone to make you happy. You should be happy on your own. The other person just adds to that, but you need to know that you are fine on your own. Oh, I just realized, sorry, you had the Queen of Wands, not the King of Wands. The Queen of Wands is about confidence and having the courage and, you know, being an independent person. Maybe you're a bit of a social butterfly. You're attractive and people look at you and think you're attractive. You're very a determined kind of person as well. And you have a lot of pride in yourself. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see that said Queen. But you are transitioning as well, and you now have that inner harmony, so that's fine. Okay, then we've got emotional loss. So you are obviously going through that loss, regret, grief. You know, you're feeling abandoned, you're feeling unloved. It's a broken marriage for some of you as well. You're just very, you know, emotionally confused. You're dwelling on the negative. It's, you know what that is. You know how that feels to be going through some emotional loss. Tell me about the emotional loss. Ooh. King of Cups. I mean, you might be the kind of person, you want that stable, you know, person, emotionally balanced, you know, empathetic, supportive, you know, wise, intuitive kind of person. You might be that person, or just because it says king doesn't mean you have to be a male either. But it's somebody who is like that. That could describe you or could describe somebody else. But you need to learn from the failure. Whatever you've been through in the past, you need to learn from that. Don't be too self-focused. You know, there might be you feel like there's no progress going on. But yeah, you're walking away. You might also be some of you might also be a bit like indecisive. You feel like you can't, should I try again? Should I not try again? But I mean, for most of you, you've learned the lesson. So as long as you've learned the lesson, you won't repeat it. You won't want to go back there. You've got to grieve. You've got to go through that emotional crap, but know that you are, you know, you are the person. You do have the courage and the confidence and all that to get through that. You know, you do have that. Then we've got partnerships and alliances in reverse and sacrifice. So maybe, I mean, sacrifice is all about letting go, looking at things from a new perspective. There might be something you've got to self-sacrifice as well. But it's having wisdom. It's just, letting go, moving on to bigger and better things. And you've got partnerships and alliances in reverse. So it's all about, you know, it might be easier to stay in your comfort zone. You also may be frustrated. You feel like there's obstacles everywhere you turn. You know, it's a lack of lack of foresight, what's going to happen in the future. It's all those things. You just feel like you're frustrated but you have to let it go and look at things from a new perspective. Tell me about that for Leo. The Star card in reverse. Yeah, like you have that lack of faith with the universe. You feel like it's not going to get better. And, you know, you've got self-trust issues. You're disconnected with the universe. You feel like you've got no intuition. You feel like, you know, you just don't trust in what's going on. You've got the Empress again. It's a dependent on others. You definitely feel like you need someone else to make you happy. That's what it feels like. Because you've got this card and you've got this card. Well, no, that wasn't that card. Sorry. The Empress. Where's the Empress card? You had this card just before. I don't know. Maybe it's on the bottom of one of the cards. Yeah, you feel like you have to have somebody else to make you happy. And maybe that's why this is in reverse as well. I mean, you know, there's a delay, you're frustrated, you think it's easier to stay in that kind of space and stay in your comfort zone. But yeah, you've got the Empress. I mean, you feel like you're dependent on others. Others will not make you happy. If you're already miserable, it'll just make it worse. It's not going to make you, or it will be a short-term fix. It's not going to make you happy. And you got the King of Wands, which I feel like you've had before as well. Maybe that was on the bottom of the deck as well. Which is all about somebody who possibly has their own business, or it might have been the last spread, the last reading, but it's all about somebody, you know, it's about honor and having vision for your life and being confident and in what you have, you know, confident. You've got to be confident. You at the moment, you're just holding back, or you're being very reckless. It could be either or. Some of you are holding back, some of you are being reckless. But yeah, you are feeling like you're abandoned, you're looking for something better, you're disappointed with what's gone on, but you know you've got to move on. So yeah, and I mean that one's got the moon in it too, so you know you've got to trust your intuition. And on the bottom, I mean, you are going to get what you want. Like that's like the 9 of Cups, wishes coming true. But it's also about counting the blessings that you have, being self-satisfied by yourself. You don't need someone else. It's being content with yourself. But yeah, know that your wishes are going to come true. But at the moment, it's more about just, yeah, being happy on your own. So, and as I said, being self-sufficient, you know, independence, it's happy by yourself. You've got accomplishments, you've got comforts, financial, material comforts. It's, you know, just, yeah, being independent. And just having the willpower and being determined, you know. I guess you've got to, yeah. Yeah, anyway. All right, let's move on. Do some oracle. I feel like the cycle is definitely important for both of the signs so far, for Aries and for you, Leo. It's all about you completing that cycle so you don't repeat it. Because you are going to have a new beginning. The new beginning is coming. It's just, you know, you've got fulfillment of wishes. You've got new beginning. I mean, yeah, things are coming. Yeah, you've even got karmic completion here and completion. You've got karmic completion and completion here. So you've got both of the cards that you need. You need to take back power of your own life though. They're on the bottom. You know, you've got to do that. Maybe some of you have also thought about some sort of spiritual career, or maybe talk to somebody who works if you're into spiritual stuff. Maybe you need to talk to somebody about, or do some research, look into how to move past this. Leo. Yeah, same card that came out with Aries, and it talks about having the strength and the courage and stop doubting and moving out into the world. You've got to pass this lesson and then move on. You know, like you're going to have worries about moving and trusting new people, but you will. Oh, look, you got the same card. Oh, you got the same card. Same 2 cards that came out with, this one here was underneath the top card, and you got the start of something new. These ones here all came out with Aries. So these 2 I did tell them about, which was the naked truth and loving all of them and seeing the truth in the situation, but knowing and loving all of them no matter what. It's all about cycles and working on you, transformation, loving you, but also going through those life cycles. Now, this one was on the bottom of the deck in their reading, which is about start of something new. So you are having something new coming. And this one was underneath that on the bottom, which I didn't read, but I will tell you now, which is about fulfillment, harmony, and protection. Like, you are, Nine of Hearts is the same as Nine of Cups. You are going to get what you want. You are. It's exactly the same card. You are going to get what it is that you desire and you want in your life. It's just a matter of time and healing. Move past this. Grieve this, move on. And know you've got, I mean, you need to get the self-worth, because you need to know that you are happy on your own. You don't need anyone else to make you complete or to make you happy. If you do, you've got to do the work on you, because you're going to put off this Nine of Cups, this new beginning. You have angels in everywhere. If you need to reach out to them, you know, reach out, ask them. You need to trust your intuition and manifest what it is you want. Watch my video, look into how to manifest correctly. Maybe kids were involved in this. Maybe you wanted to have kids, they didn't. I don't know what that is, but there's some sort of family. Maybe you're moving on past that family issue. Maybe there was some family issue in the past, something to do with family. Definitely something to do with family. Leo. Oh my God, this same card came out on the bottom with Aries, but theirs was reversed, whereas yours is upright. It's all about happiness and joy and going out into the world. You know, you can't sit on your couch and meet somebody. This same card came out. Oh my freaking God, it's like the same reading pretty much for both of yous. You're both learning the cycles. You're both needing to move on. You're a bit more progressed. They hadn't yet learned the lesson, completed the cycle. You've completed the cycle for majority of you. Like, you've got the destiny card, the wheel of fortune. You've learnt, you are learning. I don't think it's all about life cycles, but the world would be you've completely learnt it. You are on your way to learning it. Once you deal with this, then you will learn. Like, it's all about good luck and life cycles and destiny, and having that turning point that you go, you know what, enough is enough. And somebody is possibly watching, stalking, gaslighting, whatever. You know, it's a bit of a worry, but also it can also be about changing your perception from what you've been through so that you don't look at it in such a negative space. You need to put up boundaries. I feel like you are, though. You are, because it's reversed. You already have, you putting up the boundaries. You are dealing with this. As I said, you're a bit more progressed, just a little, than Aries. You're not willing to kind of tolerate it. Like, if it was upright, it would be about you just don't want to deal with it. You're like, too hard, basket. I'll just put it off and deal with it another day. But you are dealing with it. So you're a little bit more progressed in the situation, but you're both in about the same kind of place. But you're a little bit more than Aries. It just, yeah. You both need to just completely learn the lesson. Deal with your life, deal with the situations that are going on. Yeah, you've got to take action. You need to be spontaneous and have fun. You know, you've got to take action. If you sit there and think, I'm not going to do anything, then nothing is going to change. And maybe look into innovative thinking, or think outside the box, you know, on how you can do things. Look at things in, as I said, a different perspective. You've also got body, mind, and soul connection. It's reversed, lavender. You know, and knowing your self-worth, as I said just before. You need to have some self-worth, know how good a person you are and, you know, what you deserve. But also having that body, mind, and soul. Maybe you need to meditate, maybe get back to nature, grounding. I suggested the same thing with Aries. Maybe you need to look into that. You know, look into all the ways you can ground and clear your energy. You need to do the energy clearing. Exactly what I suggested with them. Okay, Leo. Yeah, take back your personal power. You are. As I said, I feel like you are a bit more progressed. You are taking back your personal power. Maybe look into alternative medicine or alternative ways of doing things. As I said, the innovative thinking, think outside the box. Maybe there are things you need to do to change. Maybe you need to look into alternative medicine or alternative therapies to clear your energy or whatever that is. As I said, sorry, I'm using my new, well, not new. I've had these cards for a long time. I've never used them in a reading because they're gigantic. I mean, look at the size of them. They're very, like, it's like my whole palm to shuffle them. So anyway, they're gigantic. Okay, Leo. Probably why I've never used them in a spread before, but I thought, why not? But they're just, yeah, ridiculously huge. Okay, tell me about Leo. Does Leo need to know, if anything? Oh. Yeah, you've got it, like, you've got amethyst for peace. It's like you want to have peace in your life. You possibly are. It's like not all conflicts and stuff. But also you've got labradorite. It's knowing that anything is possible. It's trusting the universe, putting out there into the world, this is what I want. And then it's trusting that the universe will make it happen. You don't need to know how it's going to happen. You just need to trust and have faith that it is going to happen. And seeing the magic in just everything, being grateful for what you have. That's also, yeah, important. You need to be grateful for what you have. See the magic in everyday life. You know, like, life's short. It's appreciating what you have, but also knowing that anything is possible. Leo. Do some deep healing, as I said. You've got clarity. Maybe you are not seeing the clarity in a situation. This came up for, about the truth and clarity and stuff came up for Aries as well. And it's about cycles, as I said, which is the same as the Wheel of Fortune card. It's life is all about that. You need to do something that you find fun, but learn the lesson. Learn the lesson from this so you don't repeat it. Because as I just explained to Aries, if you are with somebody, let's just say your person was abusive, you need to learn, or they're a narcissist, you need to learn so that you don't keep repeating the same cycles, because you'll just keep attracting somebody that might look different, same kind of person. You need to break the cycles. Okay, Leo. Yeah, you got power. Look at that. It's about taking back your, you are taking back your power. You want to be in control of your life. You need to have courage, which I feel like you are. I feel like you're getting there. And this is the same as Aries on the bottom. And it talks about connecting with someone special, and it's in reverse. It's like you need to have faith that it's going to happen, but at the moment it's just not. You're not wanting to, you haven't got to that point where you're ready to go out and meet somebody, but you will. It's all about taking steps, you know. And the last ones I will use, I don't know if I want to do romance. It's not really very romantic. I mean, you're getting fulfillment of wishes. Maybe I'll do some of those as well. And you got new beginning. So these ones, I've had these cards for a really long time. They're called You Are Clairvoyant Oracle cards. And I've never used them. So I know some of the meanings, but not all of them. Never really used them in readings before. Okay, Leo. Yeah, happiness. Like, happiness is coming, happiness is there. It's just about appreciating and, you know, being happy. You need to do whatever it is that makes you happy. Get out in nature, you know, do whatever it is that makes you happy. But you will get happiness, you know, that's good. You've got the Goddess as well. And I think that's all about loving you for you. I'm just going to check, make sure I get it right. And funny enough, on the bottom of the deck, you also got the same one as the other that Aries got. It's funny. So the Goddess is all about when we're feeling, when we're holding on to negative situations, or we've got an inability to let go, if we've got unbalanced emotions, neediness, depression, all of those things. It can even show up if you've got unhealthy, excess body weight, or an unhealthy relationship with food. It can be, for men, it can show up if you are being dominated by women, even mother figure, whatever, any of that kind of thing. But it's about nurturing yourself and nurturing others. You have inner strength, and you are, you have a natural abundance, never self-sacrificing. It's about speaking your truth and, having strength, really. It's all those kind of things. And also you've got on the bottom, you've got Kuan Yin, which is exactly what Aries had, which is what I said. And that's like having compassion for the other person. So whatever you've been through, make sure you just are compassionate. And it's about cycles. And as I said, they've all come out with both signs so far, is all about cycles and letting go and learning from them. And it's really just being about compassionate and cycles. That's the two meanings, really. We'll do some love ones and then we'll end it for Leo. Because you've got new beginning coming, you've got fulfillment of, I've got hiccups, fulfillment of wishes. I wonder what hiccups mean. Oh, it's not because I've eaten anything or drank anything, but yeah. My God, you've got like chemistry. So there'll be a strong magnetic attraction with the person when they come. Somebody you'll find very attractive. It will take action, and you're going to have to put in the action. You're going to have to put in the effort. And I feel like you possibly won't. So you need to. This is just a reminder. Make sure you put in the effort. It takes two, as they say, to make a relationship work. Two to tango. You've got to put in the effort. Take the steps. Don't shut off your heart. Keep your heart open. You may have known this person in a past life as well. There might be a past life connection, and you need to have trust. As I said, make sure you don't just shut off your heart and be like too hard. You need to be able to do that. So anyway, that's the reading for Leo. I mean, I hope that helps somewhat. Also, just remember, keep working on getting past that cycle, because then good things are coming. So that's really positive. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll just stop it and then I'll move on to who's next? Sag. Yeah, Sag. All right, thanks for watching. Okay, so next we have Sagittarius. Okay, so we'll start. I've shuffled, I've saged. Sagittarius. 4th to the 10th, Sagittarius. 4th to the 10th. Okay, Sagittarius. Ooh. I'm not just, there are too many. Sagittarius. They all keep falling out. Sagittarius. Whoop. Sagittarius. That one's just my bad shuffling. Sagittarius. Oh my goodness. I fly across the room. Hold on a second. Sorry if you can hear my vacuum as well. Quickly shuffle these and then we'll start. Okay. so the first three that came out, you've got sacral chakra, you've got partnerships and alliances in reverse, and the waiting game. So the first one you've got is the waiting game. So the waiting game talks about things going to just take some time. It's like you see the little the picture and you'll see the plant, and you can see that it's not going to grow overnight. Like things are going to take a little bit of time to actually progress. It can also mean you're contemplating what you've been through, you've made a decision, you're taking progress now, but you're assessing your life as well. You know, it's all about future planning, and just things are going to take time. You've got partnerships and alliances in reverse, which is you prefer to stay in your comfort zone. You don't have a foresight for what is going to happen in the future. There might be a delay. You might feel frustrated, but there is just an unexpected delay. There's possibly some obstacles as well. So it's all about waiting at the moment, and I guess you've got to have patience. Patience did go to full out before, and I put it back because there was a whole heap of other cards, but patience was one of them that actually fell out. And you've got the sacral chakra. So that is all about your emotions, and it can also be all about, what else can that sacral chakra be? Emotions, desires, creativity, sexuality, and using, you could, you know, express your sexuality, nurture yourself, knowing, it's all about knowing you do matter. It's your self-worth as well. So maybe you need to do some work on that, or you have been doing some work on that. Okay, Sagittarius. Tell me about the spread so far. Tell me about the spread so far. That's too many. Okay, so you've got the Hierophant in reverse, which is about personal beliefs and start challenging the status quo. It's about being by yourself. Funny, these cards came out with the last one too. King of Swords is about someone who possibly is really very intellectual. They're a leader in their own life, even maybe in business, whatever. They are about truth and fair judgment. They have high standards. It's maybe having some mental clarity as well about a situation. And you've got the Four of Wands. And that's all about having a happy home, moving on, leaving your past behind. You know, it's about harmony and all those sort of things. But it's moving on. Just, you're not willing to, you want to be happy. You don't want to tolerate crap. And you've got the Moon card on the bottom, so which is about trusting your intuition. There might be some unseen problems, but it's about your subconscious, your intuition, all those things. Or maybe it's a voluntary change. You chose to move on from this. You're choosing to move on and find something better. You need to trust your intuition and take back your personal power. The Power card is also all about self-love, inner strength. You're doubting about the situation, but you know, you've got the High Priestess also, which is that there's secrets. You've maybe disconnected from your intuition. You're withdrawing. Tell me about that for Sagittarius. Three of Wands and the Justice in reverse. It's like somebody is being dishonest. Somebody is not taking accountability for their actions. Somebody just is like, that's really unfair. But, you know, they're probably the one that's not taking responsibility for their actions. And you've got the Three of Wands. So it's about happiness and progress, you know, contemplation, being grateful for what you have, reaping the rewards for whatever you've been waiting for. And on the bottom, you've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So it's a lost opportunity, maybe a lack of planning as well. Oh my God, sorry, the vacuum. I thought it had been done. And then it started charging again right before when I was videoing. You're thinking back about the past though. You're having nostalgia. You might have a reunion with somebody from the past. It can also just be, you know, your childhood memories, all those things. You're just thinking, maybe even just thinking back about what was. And your heart chakra, I mean, that's all about love, isn't it? It's all about self-love, love, all those things. As I said, you know, your heart, maybe you've got to make sure you keep your heart open. Heal your heart chakra as well. Maybe you need to do some work on that to clear that. I think to, you can wear green for the heart chakra. That's one way of clearing it, balancing it. You can also, it's also about just grieving, but allowing whatever time, however long that takes is how long it takes. You can't make it happen quicker. But you need to just love yourself, learn forgiveness, because then you deserve better. But it's also, maybe you can go and do some energy clearing or some sort of chakra balancing, or look into that. Look into how to heal the heart chakra, balance the heart chakra. Okay, so tell me about that. The Sagittarius. High Priestess again. It's the same card as this one. Same card. So it's all about trusting your intuition. Whereas that one's reversed, this one's upright. That was all about secrets and being disconnected from your intuition. Whereas this one is talking about your intuition and saying, there are secrets, you need to trust yourself. So, yeah, I feel like there's nothing really else to say about that situation. You just need to heal your heart. Maybe just thinking back about that. Secrets, there are secrets. Someone's being dishonest. And look, on the bottom is the devil. I mean, it's all about releasing those limiting beliefs you have about yourself. It's detaching from the past. It's, if you stay in a low place, don't stay there. If you're feeling sad and depressed, get out and go spend time with friends or whatever. But I think you need to do the healing. You got 4 of Cups, so you're definitely feeling unfulfilled. You're doubting in the universe. Maybe you need to do some meditation, contemplation. You need to have balance. And as I said, somebody is keeping secrets. And things are going to take time. You do need to stand your ground and speak your truth, though. But yeah, someone is being dishonest. That's the same as like the devil kind of person. It's theft, betrayal, dishonesty. They want to get away with it. All those things. And balance between your head and your heart. Knowing you have all of the things you need to succeed. You have the cup. You have the swords. You have the wands. You have the pentacles. You have everything you need to succeed. But you need to have balance between your head and your heart. So if your heart's saying one thing and your head's saying, oh no, I feel like they're not good for me, or there are secrets, trust it. That's your body's way of saying there are things going on. I'm so sorry it's so loud in here. I really had thought that was done. It went back to charge and now it's like here. So obviously it just had died and needed to charge. And then resumed. Okay, so Sagittarius. There are new beginnings coming. You need to manifest as well. You've got spiritual career, which came out as well. But you've got relationship change, new beginnings, and manifesting. Maybe find out how to manifest correctly. And pink. So generally pink is about love. There is definitely some new relationship or new something coming. And it's to do with your relationship. There's something new coming. Maybe you need to look into alternative ways to heal yourself. Like I said, chakra healing or chakra balancing healing or whatever it is. Maybe you need to look into that, or maybe you're thinking of doing something like that for your own career, but maybe look into professionals that do that kind of thing. And take back the power in your own life. And you got completion, which is about learning the cycle. It's a turning point. It's like I now need to move on. I've had enough. Yeah. Okay, Sagittarius. I think you always get secrets recently, though. Yeah, you've got to grieve whatever it is, as I said. That might take some time, but you've got to grieve whatever it is, because you don't want to bring the baggage into the next relationship. And yeah, you've got to work on you, because it was in reverse. And it's like, or you are working on you possibly, knowing what you deserve. You know you deserve better. But yeah, do something passionate, and it talks about love. Maybe you need to just do some self-love, but maybe, as I said, maybe you are doing that work. You are doing that transformation stuff. You've got to keep your heart open, though. I can't stress that enough. You've got to keep your heart open, because not everybody is the same as what you've been through. And if you are still putting up with those secrets, have the clarity and learn and trust your intuition and, you know, move on. Yeah, like at the moment you're not wanting that new beginning, or you're not in the place to have the new beginning. You've got to do the grieving. You've got to do the grieving. If you don't, you won't have it. And, you know, you've got to get out of the comfort zone. Stop playing it safe. You've got to get out of the comfort zone. It's very easy. If you don't take action, nothing is going to change. I feel like all your readings are very similar. Although they got that completion card early on. So, Sagittarius. You got to build your confidence. The cyan for that, which is blue. Build your confidence. Get your self-worth. Work on that. Transform you. You need to trust whatever it is and listen to the synchronicities. If you're getting signs of synchronicities, follow them, listen to them, trust them. And also, you know, realize that you are deserving of great things and a great life, and, you know, do things that make you feel peace and calm as well. You possibly need to do that at the moment. Take some time for you. But yeah, you are able to live whatever life you want. It's about manifesting. You got the manifesting card. It's about manifesting what it is you do want. Maybe watch my video, maybe Google, look into that. Find someone who does the spiritual stuff. Sagittarius. Endings bring new beginnings. I mean, it's about growth and transitioning and learning, you know, because there is a new beginning coming. Healthy choices. It's about self-love, and it's reverse, like self-love, self-care. You know, make you your top priority and do this healing work. Maybe look into how to heal from, you know, cut cords, all that thing. I recommended that with the last videos. You need to keep positive and manifest what you want. As I said, it comes back to manifesting. You've got to manifest what it is you do want, not what you don't want. Wish this vacuum would go away now. I think it's nearly done. Okay, Sagittarius. We'll do one more. Sacred wisdom. Sagittarius. If you're an animal person, be around animals. That can, too many. That can always raise your vibration, make you feel good, depending if you're an animal person or not. Yeah, you've got to work on you, do the transformation on you. Somebody is pretending to be a certain type of person as well. It's like you are possibly starting to do the work on you, and you are possibly starting to see that they are, or you will possibly see that they are, you know, putting up a front and they're not the same kind of person. Yeah. Oh, great. Okay. Sorry about that. So, the first one you've got is divine consciousness. And that's about divine awakening. Open your mind to new possibilities. As I said, don't shut off your heart. That's what that is. And it's about doing the work, healing yourself, do some meditation, get away from all those kind of drama, gossip, you know, eat good foods, drink enough water, get plenty of rest, you know, keep a gratitude journal, all those kind of things, listening to what the universe wants you to know. It's that, yeah, trusting your intuition as well. And then you've got, what are the other ones? Sacred wisdom. And sacred wisdom is all about considering all options in your life transitions. And, you know, it's about trusting the universe, really, trusting your intuition, trusting the universe. Things will happen when they're meant to. You might get messages, intuitive messages. You know, we've had that talk, we've spoken about that before. It's about learning the cycle, and, you know, you will get told things, and maybe you are being told things and you're just not hearing it. Yeah, I feel like you're not hearing it right now. And what else is it about? You might have somebody come into your life that you feel like you knew, that you feel like you know. And, you know, we go through these things to learn lessons, and we go through them to, it's like soulmates. We meet soulmates, so we learn lessons, we learn, and then we don't experience them again. We complete the cycle and we move on. And it's all about that. And maybe you're having some messages also in your dreams. So maybe pay attention to those. The lunar cycles, because if you look in there, it's actually got all the moons up here. It's like the lunar cycles may also be very important. Maybe look at how they affect you. Maybe look into moon cycles. Yeah. It's having, it's just really having the different type of wisdom and hearing the wisdom that they tell you. Oh my God, these cards are so gigantic. Okay. Sagittarius. Oops. Sagittarius. Come on. Yeah, you want harmony in your life. No one wants to go through conflict. You need to do the work on you. You need to do some balancing work. As I said, maybe you need to go look into some healing techniques. You know, maybe look into that. Alternative kind of spiritual, more so spiritual. But whatever you believe, I mean, maybe look into some of that. Google, different ways to do things. Think outside the box, as I said to one of the last readings as well. You've got to take action. Be grateful, which I've already said. Do some relaxing and retreating, which I've already said. Work takes some time for you. Things are not going to happen quick. Time is a factor at the moment, because you've still got to grieve, and you've got to grieve for however long that takes. So, but just know that there is a new relationship change. There is a new beginning. Put out there exactly what it is you want. As I said, it's all about intent and intention, and to manifest, you have to put out there an exact intent of what you want. Be very specific, and silence is the same, about resting your mind and self-care and taking time for you. Talk to your friends if you need it. And you got peace again. It's all about peace and calm, and you don't want any drama. You don't want any stress. You don't want conflict. You don't want any of that. It's about moving past that. Sagittarius. Clarity. Yeah, you're seeing the clarity in a situation. You've also got channel, which is about, maybe, as I said, maybe they're showing you things in your dreams. And also it's about completing cycles. Channel, it can also, maybe it's like seeing your loved ones in dreams. They're trying to tell you something. But yeah, nature's cycles, sorry, that was on the bottom. Nature's cycles was on the bottom. It's about going through, learning the lesson. We've got to go through and learn the lesson to then move on to something else, something bigger and better. Otherwise, you'll just keep repeating the same. You're with a cheater, you'll just attract the same kind of person. It might be different on their looks, but they're the same kind of person. I feel like all three of you fire signs have all been pretty much the same, except they're already working at completing the cycle. They got to the turning point, whereas you got that here somewhere, but they had it earlier on. But I mean, you're still all going through the same kind of things. Sagittarius. I'm using You Are Clairvoyant. I haven't used these cards for my reading before, but yeah, you've got to trust. It's like, will she fall? She has to trust that this guy's going to catch the guy. Yeah, she's got to trust this guy's going to catch her. If she takes the leap of faith, is it going to happen? You need to trust the universe. You need to have trust for the person. There might be some bloody, jokers and clowns around, but at the same time, trust that the universe is telling you the right way, showing you the right things. You just got to trust it. And you know, it's all about having that circle of support, but also loving you for who you are, accepting you for complete who you are, and having your circle of support, making some new friends, knowing that there are people around you, and the universe included will be there for you if you need. You just have to ask. So anyway, that's the reading for Sagittarius. I hope that helps. And I will now move on to Earth signs. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and comment, and also share with your friends if that's their sign, or if they're a fire sign. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.